Alright, should be live. Let me pull it up on my computer. Trying out a new angle today. I feel like normally my hand isn't in frame. But I also cannot see my phone screen at all without really craning my neck behind me, so. Is anyone there? Okay, no one's here yet. Not that I was expecting anyone to be, because this is just a surprise live stream. All right. Refreshing on my computer, and it has not shown up yet. Oh, it says there's 2 people here. Hello. Hello, NB and Mr. Fred. Hey, Jesse Flips, what's going on? Good to see you here. Can you guys hear me all right? It's not showing up on my computer. I'm not why. I'm not sure why. Trying to get the chat going. Thank you, NB, Mr. Fred. Have you seen Balasong flipping tricks before? All right. I don't know why this is not showing up on my computer. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, nice. Okay, so now I have the chat going. So my shoulder's kind of like in the frame. I'm trying a different camera angle. I don't really have like a good tripod. That's gonna be a problem. I think I should just push all these back. How's everyone going? How's everyone going? How is everything going? How is everyone doing? Yeah, like I feel like my hand's a little bit further from the camera than it is normally, but it's also a lot more in frame, so that's good. How's the audio? I am using my wireless microphone. Hopefully it's going through there. Okay, sounds good. Oh, nice, Jesse. You just got an Aeon? Nice. How do you like it? Did you get it secondhand, or did you like fully customize it or order the customizations yourself? Hello, Brandon. Good to see you. Oh, yes. Thank you. The Volt Pro, I like still haven't made a video on the Volt Pro, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. You and Will both cooked on it for sure. As you can see, I have a lot of other Volts. Okay, 4 other Volts. Oh, nice, Jesse. You know, I didn't even flip any of the Aeons at Blade Show. Okay, not gonna lie, I was like it's a little intimidating going up to some of the tables where it's like the makers are just like right there. So I never flipped any of his stuff, or JK's. Brandon says, thank you. I genuinely love mine. I'm glad you've been enjoying it. The teal-white combo is a great choice. Thank you. Yeah, I had to go for the teal and white. Teal to match. It's funny how the teals are such different colors. When I showed Will at Blade Show my original Volp, because this Volp I got, literally it was the first drop of these. And this color, because originally it was this color was the accidental color. I just got this one secondhand. But this is like the teal. You know all that, but I'm just explaining it for everyone else. Anyway, but like he mentioned how the ano had faded. And comparing it to a new one that I got to flip that Seeds Design sent for me to have for a little bit. Yeah, the anode is like faded so much on this, but I just really like the color even still. Brandon says, I don't chime in much since I've had a big career shakeup, a lot going on, but I've been loving your content this year, dude. Oh, thank you so much, Brandon. That means a lot. It's like, yeah, it's like so surreal. Yeah, hearing you say that. as you and Will got me into, really ballad songs, into this capacity. And yeah, anybody that knows has basically seen any of my collection videos probably knows all that. But yeah, it's just super cool hearing that now that you watch my videos and enjoy it. Yeah, super cool. But I'm glad to hear that, yeah, your career has been going well. See some of your posts of the work that you've done. Super cool. Super cool. I may also make YouTube videos, but I don't do anything that great with my camera, which is just a phone. But hey, it works. Yes, the ano has faded a lot. It's like kind of crazy. I mean, the other ano, I don't think it looks exactly like this because obviously it's a different finish, but yeah. Grigori says, can you do a tutorial for Arial to Chaplin? I can kind of explain it right now in just a minute once I catch up with the chat. But yeah, I could, yeah, oops. Jesse Folks Battle Song says, my Vault Pro has all black G10 with a purple handle and an orange handle with an ink blade. Coolest Road Pro I've seen. That honestly sounds super sick. I think having the same color G10 but two different color handles would kind of like tie it together. That sounds really cool. Do you have a picture of it or something? That'd be cool. Anti-Brocolino says, what should I buy, the Hydra or the Wing? Honestly, I don't know if I flipped the Hydra, maybe just like a second at Blade Show. I did flip the Wing a bit at Blade Show, but I really am not the right person to ask because I haven't flipped those a ton. But I would just say, from what I've heard, they're both really good. Just go with whichever one you like the look of. Oops. The Wing, for me, the texture is a lot. Like, it's extreme. Like, it's not like the Squid Trainer where it's a fine texture that's noticeable, but it's like a lot bigger texture. Kind of like similar to like how the Jimping on the Vault Pro is like a bigger type of texture. But that kind of like stuck out to me. And I didn't really like it a ton, but I know a lot of people like the Wing. So whichever one you like the look of. And the reason for that being, if you know that you like the look of it, you'll be more inclined to pick it up and flip it and enjoy it either way. Brandon says, I connected with the Battle Song Jedi video much more than I ever thought I would. That's super cool to hear. I'm glad you liked that video. Yeah, I had a fun time making that one. Yeah. Yeah, huge Star Wars fan. As I mentioned, I tried to find a picture of myself with Star Wars stuff as a kid, but I didn't have any good ones. But yeah, huge Star Wars fan. And yeah, I really enjoyed testing out like the skill aspect of the saber spinning. But I'm glad you liked that video. Yes, hello, Auntie. Yosef maybe? I'm not sure. And Kevin says, how are you so good? Honestly, it's nobody likes this answer, but practice. Okay, that's like a lame answer kind of, but it's true. How am I so good? It's just because I enjoy doing it. It's because I enjoy flipping. And so because I enjoy flipping, I just choose to flip every day because I enjoy it. Because I enjoy it and I like to get better at it, I just have slowly gotten better over a long period of time. I would consider myself honestly more of a slower learner than maybe people might think. But I've been flipping consistently, and by consistently I mean weekly, but most weeks daily. Although more recently a little bit less on the weekends especially. But I've been flipping consistently for like 3 years. Is that right? Yeah, 3 years. So that's pretty much it. Hello. I'm sorry, I cannot say your name. It's a lot of JX, or maybe Jax on PvPs. Says, hello. Hello, how's it going? Jesse says, I'll DM a pic of it later because you really can't check Insta on stream. LOL. Yeah, that's a good point. Cool. Thank you. I'm excited to see it. Jesse Flips Balance Song says, also being nominated for Rising Star is wild. Yeah, dude, that was pretty sick. Cool to see you being nominated in the Bally Awards, by the way. If you all watching do not know and you like ballad songs, you should make sure to vote on the Bally Awards. Yeah, a lot of cool people, a lot of cool products to vote on, and just be a part of that, because it just makes watching the live stream of it even that much cooler when you had a little bit of an influence on it. Brandon Baker says, congrats on the nomination, Jesse. Oh, yeah. Very cool. Oh, and best of luck in the Bally Awards, by the way. You deserve the nomination for sure. I appreciate that. Dude, it was like, once again, like absolutely surreal seeing my channel logo next to you and Will. Yeah, just super cool. I appreciate that. Honestly, I was watching, Pez was live streaming with the Balisong Traveler. I was rewatching that. He was talking about like just being in the nominations at all is like pretty cool. And I agree. Like, I honestly, whoever wins, you know, I feel like anyone could win that category. Or really like all of the categories are like for the people. It's like they're all such talented people. And yeah, it's just like kind of crazy just being nominated. So it's pretty cool. I know it's like so like cliche, but I'm just a guy in my bedroom. This is actually not my bedroom. It's my office, but just a guy in a room pointing a camera at myself as I just talk about this silly little hobby that I enjoy to do. Stitch and Rue 2 says, what is the top brand you recommend for cheaper Balisongs? That's pretty easy. I would just say like Nibali's is a good choice, pretty much because all of their Balisongs are cheaper and they're all good. Now there's other companies like LDY also has some really high quality, cheaper Balisongs, but they also do more expensive Balisongs. Thomas Balisong as well. He has the Refault, which there's a couple of variants, but that's like pretty much the only like cheaper one. But that one was also really good. But Nibali's is like, they have a ton of options. They're all really good. So that would be one. Grigori, which by the way, I know I said I would talk about the arrow to Chaplain now. I'll do that in just a second. Or a minute. When I catch up on the chat, I'm so far behind. Okay, I'm not that far behind. Anyway, how many Balisongs do you have? This is like pretty much all of them. I have some other like CCCs and like a Carrot Balisong, but this is basically all of them. I have one in the mail coming from a trade-up challenge because I did trade my Superfly. And so it's like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So around 20-ish. Oops. Addy Does Stuff says, can you do an ice pick aerial? There you go. Started a couple weeks ago and I just learned it. And there's a double ice pick. Very nice. Yeah, the ice pick aerial is a classic trick. Benny P4M says, love those. Nice, me too. They're really fun. That's an understatement. Jesse Flips Balisong says, I remember participating in the competition you made for 100 subscribers or something. I can't remember if that video was a release. I don't think I was included if it was released, but that was cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was actually, I think that was my 2K subscriber special milestone video. And I did release that video, but that was my only video so far to have gotten I didn't get a strike. I got a violation, or terms of service violation on that video for endangering minors. And it time-stamped me just talking in the room with my Vulp, so whatever. And I tried to contest it, and it was not appealed, so yeah. So I did make that video, and you were in the video as well, Jesse, I'm pretty sure. I do remember your submission. But unfortunately, that video was taken down, which has also kind of scared me away from doing any like collaborations. But then I have done a couple of collaborations videos since then, like the ones I did at Blade Show, which I still have 2 more that I need to finish making and posting. But yeah. Lake in Ackerson says, hi 57. You 57 Balisongs? That is pretty cool. Which is your favorite? But yeah, I've like thought about, I think it would be really fun to do like another type of video. Maybe like I thought about just kind of throwing it out there like a form where people can just submit videos. And then as I am like able to, maybe I could just like go through clips and just either like just react to them, or maybe if like they're newer flippers, I could try and give some tips. because typically people that, so if you're someone struggling with one thing, that means a lot of people are probably struggling with that exact same thing. And it could be like kind of like a cool format, which hopefully it wouldn't get any strikes. Oops, I just spilled some water on my computer. J Hip Artisan says, I got my first battle song at a guns show. I used your first video to learn my first trick. Very nice. Congratulations on getting your first battle song and learning your first trick. And I'm very thankful that I was able to help you out with that. That's super cool. Why Sue Flowers? Wow, my voice. Sorry about that. Says, Machine Wise hasn't come out with anything new for a while now. Exclamation point, exclamation point. Yeah, it has been a while. Well, yeah, they have been, it seems like they've been working a lot on their other products, like their folders and stuff. But yeah, I wonder when they'll come out, if they'll come out with a new battle song design next or something else. I don't know. The Sweet Serenade 5 says, hi, hello. Jesse Flips Battle Song says, I can't even remember what I submitted. Yeah. It was a long time ago, that video. Addie Does Stuff says, have you ever seriously injured yourself with one? Nope. All of these are trainers, except for this one, which is a live blade, but I dulled it, so it can't really cut me. It's a little pointy, but not too bad. Actually, this one's more pointy. This is the Seath Designs Volp Reblade. Super cool. But I have not seriously injured myself. The worst thing that happens usually is dropping it on like my ankle, right on the bone. That just hurts. Stitch says, does not like the YouTube violations. Should change his things in a trainer. Oh yeah, the YouTube like system, I feel like it's just like one of those like automated systems, and it's not very good. My framing is not very good. It's super annoying. Luckily, I haven't run into personally much else besides that one video. But yeah, it's no fun. IJ Hip Artisan says, though I feel a bit weird because I'm a pen spinner, so having 3 different parts seems so weird. Yeah, the 3, like the way that a battle song moves is so much, so much different because you can move where the center of gravity is. Like if you think about a pen or any other straight object, center of gravity is always going to be in the same spot. But as you move the handles and the blade, the center of gravity moves. And so like when you do these tricks, which are like called rollovers, they just move a lot more different than if you do something like a thumb around or something, like say with a pen or something. You can tell I don't do this trick very much. It's honestly easier to do with a pen or something, but whatever. Okay, I know okay, Aerial to Chaplain. I can just run over quick. I know it was asked. I don't know if they're even still here. My bad. I feel like something that happens with the Aerial to Chaplain. Number one, I know a lot of people do throw it this way and then catch it, which you could do, but you can also do, which I guess would be a chaplain. But I also really like doing the reverse chaplains and the aerial to reverse chaplains, which you can throw like this. And I think a tip like for all of those that has helped me is I think about throwing the aerial slowly, like kind of like as slow as possible. So that way it's easier to sight where I need to put my finger into. And it's also moving slower, so it's easier, like there's more time to get it into the right spot. And then I think about as soon as I make contact with the handles, speeding up like really fast, like chaplaining as fast as possible. So I kind of think about throwing it as slow as possible and then chaplaining as fast as possible. And that has really helped me, I know, get like those aerial to reverse chaplains. I feel like that can also help, with the aerial to chaplain as well. And of course, when I say as fast as possible, you don't really want to do it as fast or as slow as possible, but it's kind of a tip that I would say. Okay. TigerTid4973 says, just bought an LDY Series V 4.5. Literally can't wait. Very nice. I think I flipped the 4.5 for like a second at Blade Show. Did they have it there? I think they did. I honestly can't remember, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's like the 4, but it has like the texture on the face. Pretty cool. I hope you enjoy it. What color and what color and what blade shape did you get? Addie Does Stuff says, do you have a favorite or go-to combo? I'm low-key still new and also came from pen spinning. Well, welcome to Balisong Flipping. Come, stay a while. Nah, that's weird. No, yeah, welcome. And do I have a go-to combo? Not really. I mean, I feel like I do. To be honest, I just recently posted a... Not recently. I recently did like a challenge for a month where I would just set up the camera and do a freestyle combo, and it would be my first take, and no matter what, I would post it. And a lot of those tricks are just like the types of tricks and combos that I tend to gravitate towards, simply because I'm trying to like focus on not dropping the balisong and just like flipping smoothly, as opposed to like doing something crazy. But I don't like really have like a go-to combo. It's probably a lot of the things. Yes, I'm reading the chat from my computer. Sorry, I just got distracted. Probably a lot of the things that I'm flipping right now are just kind of like my go-to combos because I'm focusing on talking. So, yeah. But I don't really have a go-to combo. Let's see. Fedwin says, LOL, your collection for the most part is just Nibali's or plastic balisongs. Yeah, well, I only have 3 plastic balisongs. But yes, my collection is mostly Nibali's. I mean, I just got like 2 more Volt handles because I got the Seathazad Reblades, and I didn't want to have to always constantly switch them out. But even before then, I had a lot of Nibali's. But like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Nibali's. So it's mostly Nibali's, and then I have some Thomas Balisong and LDY, Squid Industries. Wait, this is also LDY. But yeah, so, and then a couple other random ones. Mostly Nibali's. It says, oh, it's IDJIP. Sorry, it's an odd username. Oh, you're good. Wait, so is it idjip? I'm not really sure. Not sure how to say that. I'm sorry. Stitch and Rue too says, I don't know why, but anytime I go to do an aerial, I only catch one handle, but I want to catch one handle. Let me try it again. I don't know why, but anytime I go to do an aerial, I only catch one handle, but I want to catch one handle. I catch both. Sorry. I'm not sure if I totally understand your question. Maybe you can clarify it. But you're saying, like, basically you're saying that you typically want to catch one handle, but you catch both. Maybe you can clarify that. Tiger Tid says gray, and I got the Tanto first live blade. Oh, nice. Gray V4 Sirius with the Tanto live blade, and it's your first live blade. Very cool. It was also my first live blade, but I did dull it. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I'm sure you will. Bill Parks says, where is he reading chat from? Can he hear us? I can't hear you because nobody is talking. However, I can see your chat on my computer, but I already answered that. Stitch and Rue says, I hate gravitating to a certain flipping way, and yet I do it a lot. Like the past week, I've been doing a lot of aerials to chaplains like I do other tricks with it. It's just a fact. Yeah, I feel like when you're flipping, like going to certain styles of tricks, I know for me, I tend to go on to the things that I'm learning a lot. And so it's like, I think what can help if you don't like what you tend to do a lot is just learn more tricks, and that can help. But also, like, I know this is kind of tangent, or another thing you do is, it's kind of like, for me, I sometimes get annoyed with the tricks that I do a lot, and the solution is not necessarily to do the trick less, but I found just to like come up with new ways to get in and out of the trick, or just variations on the trick. Like I remember like one thing is like, this is a long time ago, but it sticks out in my mind because I was going to make a video on it, but I never did. But I would like always do the palm fan, but I didn't like how I would always like, I just felt like I was doing it all the time, and I worked on some other ways to get out of the palm fan, and because of that, it like the monotony of the palm fan itself kind of went away, and I didn't dislike doing the palm fan too much because I also had more options to go out of it. So that can be something that like can be helpful, is learning some other ways to go in or out of the tricks that you're doing a lot. They kind of like break things up. No, I do not have the Now Bally's wing. These are basically all my ballad songs, so anything you see here. But a lot of people really do like it. I flipped it for just like a little bit. I played show, and I liked it, but the handle texturing is really extreme to me. IGJIP. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but cool. That's good to know. Hello, Samuel Blair, the Ballad Song Traveler. Welcome. Welcome. Says, sup, man? I just got out of church. Welcome back. Yes, Brandon was here earlier. Super cool that he was here. Addie Does Stuff says, what are the best ways to go from like a reverse grip? I don't know what it's called. Are you talking about like this, like the ice pick grip or reverse grip? Like the best ways to get out? I actually have a video where I talk about 2 ways you can get out of it. The thumbnail says like don't stop here, I think. But you can check my channel if you want to see that. I don't exactly remember where they are because it was a long time ago. But I think one of them was like that, where like you're in this position and you do a thumb rollover. And so that's like that's a classic one that you can do. If you want to get fancy on them, you can do a gin knuckle duster and not fail like that. Oops. But you can do a gin knuckle duster and not fail it like that. And that would be another way. Or another one that I really like is where you grab one handle, you drop it down like that, but you kind of like throw it out and spin it so you can get into a fan. That's also a pretty fun way to get out of the reverse grip. Let's see. I just do a pen spring trick with one handle. Oops, infinity wiper trick, and it ends up being reverse grip, and that just works. Shrug. Oh, that's one way to do it. Samuel Blair says, sorry I couldn't stream with you tonight. By the way, just DM me anytime you're available early in the day, and I'm so down. Yeah, sorry, that was like really last minute. Yeah, I was trying to do it, see if he wanted to do a collab stream, but did not work out. Yeah, typically if I can stream, it tends to be pretty last minute. So it just happened to work out. So I was like, okay, I'll just message you in case, but I appreciate it. What do you guys think of this camera angle? Is it good? I feel like I'm hunching over and my shoulder's getting in the way. Also, I've just been flipping the Volt Pro, which I don't mind, but should I flip something else? Let me know. Balisong Kid 338 says, my impulse comes in tomorrow. Hey, very nice. Which color did you get? I've been enjoying my impulse a lot recently. When I got this, like the tolerances were fantastic, and hold on, I need to tighten them. And then it like eventually like it developed some tap, and the screws would just get loose and they would come out, and it was like kind of annoying because I'd flip it for like 30 seconds and then it would be tapping really bad. But I put Teflon tape in it, and that has like fixed it, and I've been enjoying it a lot since then. Which also, if you do put Teflon tape in it, I was just using like a little bit and it wasn't working. But then a little bit ago, I was like, okay, maybe I just need to use more. And so I wrapped it like crazy, and it was a lot harder to screw in, but that seemed to have worked a lot better. So I'm not sure how to say your name. Is it Season? I don't know. It says, who do you think the next Who do you think is the next up and coming flipper? It's a good question. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of them. I don't know. I just feel like there's always people that are, I don't know, just getting better at flipping, and you know, once you get like really good, it's kind of not like inevitable, but you know, when you're really good, it's you could become more well known for being really good, I guess. So I feel like there's like, I don't know, there's just so many people on Instagram, like when I go on there and see people flipping and they're just like crazy good. It's like, what? I don't know. There's just so many people that are really good that I have no idea. I know that was not a very good answer. Balance on Kids says, can you flip your impulse? Sure. Oh, which color are you getting for your impulse, by the way? Bill Park says, how much money is that? It depends. This one is 45, I think. The one I was flipping for, the Volt Pro. Honestly, how much is it new? I think it's 140. I got it secondhand, so. I don't know how to say your name. Ciccen says, who did you vote for that was nominated? Ooh, for which category? Honestly, I don't even know if I remember, or who is even in the categories. Raphael Tiongson says, how do you do aerial to chaps? I kind of explained it. Is it difficult? Kind of explained it earlier. I feel like it's not super difficult if you've got your chaplains down. If you can really chaplain, then figuring out the aerial to chaplain isn't too hard, or like as hard as it looks maybe, but everybody, I mean, I feel like you could talk to different people and some people say like, oh, learning the basic fan was really easy, but learning the Y2K was hard, and then somebody else will say, oh, what, the Y2K was really easy and the basic fan was really hard, or whatever. So it's all dependent, but I would say, yeah, just make sure you have your chaplain down, and then I said it earlier, but basically you want to throw the aerial as slow as you can, and then as soon as the balisong hits your finger, you want to chaplain as fast as you can. As fast as you can. Now, you don't really want to do it as fast or as slow as you can, but you just want to think about going really slow for the throw to give you enough time to sight where the balisong is, and then once you hit the balisong with your finger, you want to go into the like full speed of the chaplain fairly quickly, because if you go too slowly, I find it's harder to get the chaplain to really hook on your finger. Your balisong is blue? Nice. The blue and the black impulse. Very cool. I saw the Bally's in their Discord server posted it feels like it was a while ago, that they were looking to do like a live blade on the impulse, which is pretty cool. But I haven't seen anything about that since, so not sure. Oh, in the up and coming category, I don't remember who is in that category. I know the Flow Bros were in that category. Jesse and Milo. Who else was in the up and coming category? Huh. I really can't remember. I should look at it. But also, all of you, don't forget to vote for the Bally Awards. Addie does stuff, so many people are crazy good. I kind of want to start a YouTube account to post, like, as I learn skills, although I'm a kid flipping live blades, which probably get taken down. Yeah, probably. No. I mean, a lot of people that are not even under 18 get taken down. They get their videos taken down for flipping trainers, but who knows? Sison, I'm not sure how to say your name. I'm sorry, but it says, can you double scissor? I would say no. Oops, I have done it before. It's one of those things that I just every so often kind of try, but I don't really like practice it consistently. But I cannot. I have before. I have a video on it, a short, but I cannot. Nope. Stitch and Rue 2 says, for aerial to chap, I personally do an aerial catch a handle and let it fall in Chaplin. Oh, nice. Yeah, whatever works, you know. Raphael says, I bought a Bally from AliExpress. I think it is a Kidos clone, but it is actually really good. I think the only thing is that the screws loosen easily. Oh, nice. Yeah, this one was actually a Kidos battle song that I got off AliExpress, and it was $10. I didn't have very many ballad songs at the time, and I would say it's worth $10. But I see them on Amazon for like 32 or 22. It's less worth. It's not worth 32, but like 20, not really. But if that's what all you have, you know, it's like it's all you need. Season says, can you aerial to choker fan? That is one that I have kind of been working on and off, but no, not really. I find like I am so used to doing that aerial, but the aerial to choker fan, you need to catch like the other handle. Wait, that's not even it. And I'd struggle with even getting that down. So like technically that was it with a really bad pause, but I am working on that trick, but not like crazy. All the other people in the up and coming category are Wilford Richards, Freedom Fabrication, Flow Bros, Poop Flips. Oh, that's right. Oops. Yikes. I honestly don't remember who I voted for in that category. I'm sorry. Hello, Samuel. Jose Gomez Mancilla, 1561. Good year. Just kidding, I have no idea. Hello, welcome. Addy does stuff. I've been behind on the chat like the entire time. When you talk about different categories and stuff, what is that for? Are there like competitions or something? Good question. That is like, if we're talking about up and coming and like creative of the year, all that stuff. We're talking about the Bally Awards. If you do not know, Ethan, who runs the channel Blade Bias and also has his main channel Camaro EE, which are where the Bally Awards are hosted. He basically every year past like what 3 years, 2 years. This will either be the third or the fourth. I think this will be the fourth. Not sure, but he's hosted a Ballad Song Awards show where he basically puts everything together. It's very community driven in the sense that he puts it all together, but he has everybody in the community sends in, like he comes up with the categories, which like things like best overall ballad song or best ballad song accessory, best ballad song in X price range, or you know, flipper that has a really unique style, etc. Etc. Yikes, I never say etc. It's etc. Anyway, he comes up with that, and then the community sends in the nominations of who they want to be in the categories, and then he just takes the top ones, and then people get to vote on the usually 4 in the category out of the 4 to see who wins, and it's just a really cool thing that happens. So, oh my goodness, I'm so far behind in the chat. W Edits says, can you do a pointer finger flip to Y2K? I have no idea what a pointer finger flip is. So I'm going to say no. Was that it? I don't know what that is. Yeah, for kids flipping, even trainers, they destroy your channel. I can't participate in the LDY comp anymore because apparently they know your age from my hair flowing to the camera, but not my face. Yeah, it's annoying. Dang, that's unfortunate. For sure. Samuel says, how many knives do you have? How many Ballad Song trainers? This is the only, well, there's like a false live blade. Whatever, butterfly knives, Ballad Songs, whatever. I have like 20. These are basically all the ones that I have. Hello, Youngblood Flips, welcome. It says a Benjamin Flips stream. This is, oops, that was by handle. This is cool. Thank you. Appreciate you stopping by. Oops. Addie says, yeah, my parents also don't like gatekeeping. Like, are you in a gang now? Well, nope, definitely not. Oops. I know that's like definitely how it is perceived, but you know, it's good to honor your parents. So don't join a gang. Bill Park says, can you use your most expensive Bally, and is it worth the money? Good question. I believe my most expensive ballad song, this is like basically the cheapest metal one that I have. Actually, the Canyon is cheaper because of that color. I'm kind of blanking. How much is the Squid Trainer? I don't even remember. The Squid Trainer is like 160. So technically, I guess the Squid Trainer would be the most expensive because I think the Sirius is 150. Oops. These are, my two most expensive ones. This one is made in China. This one's made in America. So that definitely is a factor because this has like a more expensive, better quality aluminum, the handles, and it was also a live blade. But this one is manufactured in America, so that's why. Costs more. Is it worth the money? Well, I also didn't pay for this one because I would set it for free to make my review on it. So it's like, it's hard to answer that. I think like if you, let me put it this way. If you really like how this, like this is called the Squid Trainer. If you like how the Squid Trainer flips, then yeah, it's worth the money. You know, if you are in this hobby and you enjoy flipping. But like, I feel like it's one of the things, like, always X ballad song worth the money. And it's like, well, if you don't like how it flips, then no. Like, it's for sure not going to be worth the money. But, yeah. Samuel says, I'm from Colombia. My name doesn't matter. All right, I will not say your name. Just kidding. Well, that's cool. Thank you for watching from Colombia. Oh, good luck. Bye. Oh, bye. Hello, Bacon Penguin. Hello, Youngblood Flips again. Fanthonel. I'm not sure if I said that right. Said hi. Hello. Bill Park says, what is a live blade? That's a good question. Hey, Replin. Good to see you. Good to see you. A live blade basically just means that it is a actual knife and that it's sharp. This one is not a live blade. It is not sharp. This one was dulled. So this one was a live blade, but I've dulled it myself. This one is a false live blade, meaning that from the manufacturer, this has never come sharp. So it cannot cut you. So it's a live blade, but it's false. It's not actually sharp. And then a trainer, yeah, the rest of them is not sharp at all and is basically not sharpenable. Not in any sense of the word, because it is just like a thick slab of metal and has holes in it. How's it going, Replin? Addie says, do you have a least favorite? That is a good question. I think this would be my least favorite. This would be my least favorite one to flip. Runs on bearings, doesn't have very good tolerances. The handles are like thick, and they just have like the chamfers, so you can like really feel it. I mean, and it's slippery. The jimping does like almost nothing. All in all, though, I mean, it's not like the worst thing ever. Like I said, I got this for $10, and it was definitely worth $10. Also, my daughter loves pink, and so anytime she's in here, she always asks for this one. So, least favorite to flip, but, you know, it's got that going for it. Just Impressing says, yo, a Valley live stream. That's surprising. Well, glad that you could make it. Do you flip ballad songs? I feel like I recognize your name. There's been a lot of people. I've seen a lot of usernames on my channel, so it's hard to remember them all. Double Kiwi 7 says, can you do a Wilhurst fan transfer? Let's see. What does he do? Yes, I can, but that was really bad. Yikes. Yikes. That one was possibly worse. I could do them. I don't do transfers a lot, but Youngblood Flips says, is that the Artsy LDY Frank P? It is not. I have two Frank Ps. This is just like the base model. It's the regular Frank P. And this one is the LDY Competition 2024 one, which I won for placing close to the bottom. I don't remember exactly when, but it was like the last 20 or 30, maybe it's 20. I can't remember. But the bottom, well, the bottom of the top 50, they got Frank Pease. So I got this one for my submission. Which, by the way, the LDY competition is currently going on, and you guys should all consider sending a submission. Just, it's fun, and yeah, do it if you've got a cool idea. Bill Park says, well, I've never flipped a blade, so I don't know what blades are good. Oh, true. I mean, it depends on what you like. But I'm trying to get one. Oh, very cool, Bill. Very cool. Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't worry too much about, like, if you just get something that's decent, that, like, passes, that is generally flippable test, then, like, you'll be good to start out with. And basically just going for any, like, the well-known brands and picking something from them, like, you can't go wrong. Which would be, like, companies like Nibali's, LDY, Squid Industries, Thomas Ballasong. Yeah, Nibali's, like I said earlier, has a ton of really good options for not too expensive, so. Okay, once again, I'm behind on chat. Yeah, Just Impressing says, yo, Bill, what type of live blade are you looking for? Benjamin2772 says, hello. Hello. Double QB7 says, Infinity Ladder, question mark? Infinity Ladder. Youngblood Flip says, oh, okay, it's still awesome. Yeah, I really like the Frank P is really fun. And the white and the black ones, they both have a very different texture. I think they're different. They must be different materials. This one's POM plastic. This one might be acetal. It might be the same thing the Squiddy Bee is made from. Maybe not. I don't know. But this one feels a little bit more rough. And this one is like smoother and feels a little bit more sticky, if that makes sense. But they're both really fun. Reminds me of the Squiddy Bee. Yeah, it does kind of look like that. Youngblood Flip says, I'm thinking of entering. Yeah, you should just do it. I feel like it's something that's, if you have a cool idea, or you want to just be creative on the edit, or, you know, show off some cool flipping, I think it's a fun thing to do. I feel like those kind of competitions are just fun as an excuse to post something and to try a little bit harder than you maybe normally would, or just kind of stretch yourself and try something new. So I think it's fun to participate. Double QB7 says, what is your most expensive Ballasong and your best? My most expensive Ballasong would be, I mean, really, these three are all, like, close. The Squid Trainer is, like, 160. The Sirius V4 Live Blade is, I think, 150. And the Volt Pro is 140. These two I was sent for free for reviews. And this one I got secondhand for, like, 85. So, there's that. What is the best? There's really no best. I mean, it's like, it's just so hard to, like, answer that. It's just so subjective, because it's like, well, what are you even considering? I mean, the word best in, like, anything is, like, just such a difficult word. Like, if you're going to say, like, oh, what's the best meal? It's like, what do you mean? Like, what's the best food? Like, the one that you personally like to eat the most? The one that tastes the best? The one that has, you could just eat this one meal and be healthy and enjoy it? Or the cheapest to make? Like, what is best, you know? So, same thing with Ballasongs. Like, do you like how it flips? Do you like how it sounds? Do you like the price all around? Like, I didn't mean to drop a hard bar like that, but, you know. Anyway. Yeah, so that's kind of hard one to answer. Yeah, Benjamin2772 says, what's the best trainer in your opinion? Yeah, I feel like, once again, best is kind of hard, but there's a lot of really good ones. Like, for the price range. Like, the Refaults are great, the Cheese, I like the Teflon Volt, the Volt Pro, the Orion, Squid Trainer. Like, they're all really good in their own. And this is just from what I own. Like, there's so many Ballasongs. Anyway. Blue Raptor Lord says, hey there, I'm kind of a new subscriber. Welcome. Thank you. But I've just recently started seriously battle song flipping. Do you have any tips for overall improvement? That is a fantastic question. That's something I should just make more videos on as well. I mean, there's an infinite number of things that I want to make more videos on, but I would say, and I kind of talked about this earlier, but the number one thing would just be have fun. As long as you are enjoying flipping, you are going to want to pick up a battle song and flip it. As long as you're picking up a battle song and having fun with it, you are going to get better. Now, the other factor, it would be, if you're not learning something new, there's only so much you can get better. Like you could, if you have all these tricks, you can still get better at those specific tricks and combos you do. But unless you're like learning something new, and like going out of your way to learn new things, you're not really going to, you are going to plateau. So I'd say, like, first and foremost, just have fun with it, and then learn new things. And especially like if you just got into flipping more recently, and I don't know, I feel like a lot of people do say this, but I feel like a lot of people haven't necessarily done it. But it still just makes sense. But like learning combos early, I know I learned just individual tricks a lot, but learning combos helped a lot to because that's really what battle song flipping is. It's not, battle song flipping isn't like, okay, I'm gonna do a short stop. Okay, that was really, battle song isn't flipping. It's not, I'm gonna do a short stop. Cool. Oh, now I'm gonna do a Z choker. That was a fun trick to do. Oh, I'll do it behind the 8-ball. Like, you don't just run through tricks. You combo and you link things together. And so learning combos early on really helps. Oop, I see somebody saying to flip the canyon. Okay, I catch up on chat. But yeah, so I would say, yeah, just have fun. And if you have fun, just really can't see this on camera very well. I should flip something else. As long as you're having fun, you are going to improve. And there's a bunch of other tips as well, but I'm also behind on chat, so I will keep going. Hedgehog 736 says Thomas Refault is the best. I do enjoy the Thomas Refault a lot. I think the only thing really holding it back is the lack of double-sided hardware, but other than that, it is fantastic. Oh yeah, it was WVYBZ says, flip the canyon, please. I did, but then it's hard to see on camera. Also, just a heads up, I'm going to have to be ending the stream here pretty soon, but thank you everyone for joining. I'm going to try and get through the chat. Let's see. Double Kiwi says that Vala's Chepflon Volp is a good trainer and sounds good, and it's only $60 to $7 depending on the discounts. Yeah, I really enjoy my Teflon Volp. What's the Blight Blade you flipping now? Right now. This is the Teflon Volp. I really like the Teflon Volp. Youngblood Flip says, what content would you suggest for my channel or suggestions? That's a great question. I mean, it depends on what you want to do with your channel, like what your goals are. If you're just doing it for fun, then just do whatever you enjoy that is fun. And if you're wanting to, like, I guess, if you want to like stand out and make videos that reach more people to, spread just the enjoyment of battle songs and, stuff like that. I feel like I would say a big thing is like take cues from outside of the battle song niche into how to like make better videos or what to do, simply because the battle song niche on YouTube is very homogenous. It's very much, there's a lot of people that just have, first person point of view, kind of like I'm doing now, just flipping and talking. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you're just like, hey, I'm just like a community member and I just want to just talk about some things and just kind of be a part of the community, because like most people don't have friends in real life that also flip, and so like that totally makes sense. But I just feel like there's a lot of potential out there to be had with battle song videos on YouTube, and there's a lot of room for like differentiation. So, and that's something like I want to do with my channel, but I'm just like, it takes such a long time to make videos, and I have a lot of things going on outside of YouTube, so I don't like have a ton of time to make videos, but I have like a lot of ideas. But yeah, so, and I would just say like whatever you choose to do, I feel like just have the mindset. And this kind of goes back to like less if you're just like, hey, I'm just kind of participating in the community and just kind of like hanging out and, you know, participating in that sense. But if you're like, oh, I want to be like a Balisong content creator, I would say just like have the approach of think about the viewer every time you are thinking about and recording and editing your videos. And that would be another tip is like do edit your videos. Even it doesn't have to be like the editing is the reason for watching the videos, but editing can make a video a lot more enjoyable for the viewer and a lot easier to understand and to follow. And so that would be like my tip is just like make videos with the viewer in mind. So if you're trying to do a tutorial, like think about, okay, how can I make this tutorial shorter so that way people get the information in a more efficient way? Or how can I make it easier to understand? How can I make it, you know, have more, how can I make it be more helpful than just a tutorial? Or anyway, I could talk about that for a long time, and I'm way behind with the chat, so I will keep going. But yeah, appreciate the question. And if you have any other questions, Youngblood Flips, always feel free, you can DM me or send me an email or something, or join my Discord server, ask a thing. Hello, Lolo, Oppo, welcome. Double Kiwi 7 says, can you do a Z choker ice pick? Let's see. Yes, I can. Can you do a? I can't even do it. Say, can you do the? Wow, the Z choker to standard grip. A Station 4 says, do you own Life Blades? Life Blades. That's wow. That takes me back. My friend and I, we used to call the certain. Oh, I wonder if I can find it. Okay, I could not find it in like 2 seconds, so I will not. Neither of these are it, but there are. Wait, was this it? I can't remember. Anyway, I feel like we used to. Maybe I'm even misremembering. I feel like we used to call one of the Bionicle blades Life Blades because that was like one of the Bionicles that used it. Anyway, that was a long time ago. Also, I know that you meant Live Blades. And no, I don't technically have any live blades. I mean, the Sirius is a live blade, but I dulled it, so it's not sharp. Tangent aside. Anyway, my first Balisong that I ever flipped was actually used a Bionicle blade. W in the chat if you like Bionicles. Double Kiwi says, Nabali's Volp, please. You want me to flip the Volp? Vincent, hello, welcome. My Volp, I need to tune it. I need to tune it. Youngblood, can I make you a profile picture? Oh, nice. Double Kiwi, do you make profile pictures? Also, this is random. Do you guys, everyone watching, do you think I should change my profile picture? I don't know what I would change it to. Even if it's just like an updated version of what it is now. I feel like it's not very distinctive. I don't know. It's kind of basic. What do you think? Youngblood Flip says that makes a lot of sense. Thank you. I hope that helps. Okay. Act the third. Tips on helping to find a smoother flow and how to link tricks together better. A Station 4 says, bro, just has the tactical Bionicle box. Yeah. And I have, oh goodness, I can't remember. The Exalera something. One of the vehicles of like the one that Liwa or whatever. The Fantoka vehicles, the red one. I have it disassembled in a box. I've had it here since like I moved into this house, but I have it in the corner. And I thought I had the blade that I was thinking about, but it's not. Anyway, Tips for smoother flow and how link tricks together better. Smoother flow. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, kind of like with both of those. The number one tip would, I think, would be, okay, there's a ton of tips, whatever. Anyway, here's a good tip. Plan out your combos and then practice it over and over again. And I highly recommend you record yourself. You don't have to post it anywhere, but just the process of figuring out, like being really intentional with, okay, I'm doing this trick. Like, let's say do behind the 8 ball. Now, what trick do I want to go into? Be like, maybe, because maybe if you're just kind of freestyling, you might do behind the 8 ball and then throw a fan, but maybe you're like, I don't really like how that goes together. I want to do something more flowy, so maybe I'll go like that or something. I don't know. But I think the process of planning out your combos will lead to much more like intentionality, and you'll have to think about, okay, what does flow together well? But then also, as you then not only have you planned out the combo, but as you actually take the time to practice through it and to do those tricks back to back, you will naturally smooth out the tricks and make it more flowy and figure out kind of like how to blend each trick into the next as you do that. In addition to that, recording yourself can help for a couple of reasons. One being that you can look back and think, you know, oh, I felt like that was really flowy. And you watch yourself and you think, oh yeah, it actually was. Or you watch it back and you think, oh wow, I like stuttered in 3 different places. Let me keep working on that. Another thing is, it's just helpful it can be helpful to look back and like gauge your progress, and that can be encouraging. And another thing is that recording yourself, I don't remember what I was going to say. Wow, I just totally blanked. But yeah, I feel like recording yourself can also, oh yeah, it gives you like a goal to reach towards, to where if you like plan out a combo and you're just flipping, you might be like, okay, yeah, I feel like I got that combo down. But if you're recording yourself, you can actually, in one sense, you can go back, like kind of like the same point earlier, but you can go back and check to see if, okay, did I actually get that down? But also, you kind of know, like, at least, especially if you are going to post it, I know, like, okay, I had a couple of hiccups here, and maybe if I wasn't recording, well, number one, I would be able to check, but number two, I'd be like, oh, I feel like I got it enough. But if I'm going to post it, especially, then it does help to be like, okay, I know that that was not fully smoothed out. I need to keep working on it. So that would be a couple of tips. Also currently flipping the refault. Very nice act of the third. Which version of the refault? Like which blade shape and handle material? Double Kiwi 7 says, I just did a Z choker or whatever, the opposite of ice pick, like you asked if I could do it. Hey, very nice. All right, the next challenge to anyone in the chat, can you do, let's see if I can nail it first time. Nope. Can you do the Z choker? Great. Can you do the Z choker? Wow, I can't even do it. Z choker to shortstop. I also like don't even have the weights that I would want on that refault, so I'm going to blame it on that. But I'm going to switch ballot songs, and I'm going to fail it again, so that way I have no excuse. Wow. Anytime I try to do a trick that I'm like not super confident on, there we go, live stream. Always mess it up. Oops. Young Blood Flip says, I think my flow is pretty good. Actually, it could be better, but still pretty good. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things that you're always kind of working on, especially like the more you learn new tricks, the more you got to learn new things. Let's see, do I have, okay. All right, I'm going to be heading out on this live stream in just a few minutes. Thank you all of you that are still here. Appreciate it. Thank you everybody that has, joined me on this live stream. A little bonus tip, little bonus tip. Not really a bonus tip, upcoming. I'm waiting on something. I almost said something, but I'm waiting on something to arrive before recording a 10K subscriber video. So just keep your eyes out on that, because you might want to watch that. But yeah, I'm waiting for something to arrive to be able to record that. So that's kind of like a little hint at what may or may not be happening. Act the third says Jade G10BOH is so clean. Very nice. Also appreciate the tips. Keep finding myself stuck in the same combos. I can't get out of them. Oh, that was bad. This should help. Nice. Hopefully that has help. Bill Park says, all right, I'm going to go back and watch another one of your vids. Bye. Oh, very cool. Thank you. Thank you. Youngblood Flip says the Vega. Nope, it is not the Vega. IDK Balisong says you should do one with the Balisong Traveler. I actually messaged him. I mean, it was like super last minute, like 2 hours beforehand, or 3. I was like, hey, I did ask to see if he wanted to collaborate live stream because he did ask me if I wanted to, but I don't have any semblance of a live stream schedule. It's kind of hard to like plan one out. So I just live stream whenever I happen to have some time. So it's kind of hard to do. So I don't know if that'll happen, but who knows? Lil Tim Him says, do the cheese. My cheese Zen pin is like getting loose, but not all the way loose, so where I can take it out and actually Loctite it back in. But I do need to flip it more so it comes out. Yeah, the Vega is pretty cool. The Vega is pretty cool. It'd be fun to get the white Vega and anodize the titanium. Oops. All right. I think I'm going to call it here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate you joining. And, yeah, during the live stream. I should figure out how to end it. How should I end my live streams? I feel like I never know how to end the live streams. What's a cool way to end it? I could hit a combo, hit a clip, and then I instantly fail. All right. Youngblood says, great stream, by the way. Love the point of view. Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm glad you like this. I feel like I'm realizing I'm like hunching over. I feel like if I lean back, it's a little bit better, but the Balisong does seem to be in frame. All right, let's see. I'm going to try and do a clip. This would be like another test of my first take freestyle abilities. All right, I'm just going to, here we go. It's close. Oh, that was technically, I dropped it. Cool. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I will catch you in the next video or live stream. Don't forget to vote on the Bally Awards and to join the LDY competition if you want to. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a good night. I gotta actually click the end of the live stream button. How do I do that?